Oh, hello everybody. Okay, I do not know why the I I do not. Oh, that's why. I forgot that that's the correct one. I had the wrong video open, the wrong display open for Genshin. Sorry about that, guys. We're fixed now. Yay. Okay. Hi. We're back. It's been a minute. I had to take last week off. Lots of stuff happened, but we're back. We're back. And we're back to start the, oh, hello there. To start the stuff with Varka for Windbloom. Yes, we are. So, we have two options. Can I help you? We're gonna go do, we can, oh, I guess I can help you. I don't want to, okay, y'all want the smoke? Okay, okay.
The wind rises.
Y'all brought that on yourselves. So, options. We can A, just go start the stuff, or B, we can go fight Boreas and do Varka pulls. What should we do? Should we just go start the stuff? The only reason I have that thought is so that way we can actually go in and start the story with Varka. But I'm not sure. What do y'all think? Oh, criminy, I forgot to post on Twitter that we started streaming. Give me a sec. This will give you guys a chance to decide what I should do. Okay, so since no one's contributing, we're just gonna start the quest. Okay, so it suggests that we do Varka's story quest first. So what we're gonna do is do Varka's story quest, and then most likely we won't be able to get to Windbloom tonight, so we'll just have, I've got like 12 days left. So what we'll do is we'll do this tonight, and the next week I will do a stream where we will just grind through all of Windbloom. How does that sound? Awesome. So we're gonna do that. Hey, long time no see, my friend. What's that? You say we just met recently. For a heart that always misses its friends, every second feels like an eternity. After such a grand adventure in Nodcry, you must have gathered quite a few stories along the way, yes? Are you perhaps looking for an old friend to talk to? Do you happen to need a bard? One who can turn your tales to verse? If so, come catch up with me at Star Snatch Cliff. The wine is poured and the strings are already tuned. A bard.
Oh, it's from the Tone Deaf Bard. Apparently, he wants to hear all about our adventures in Nodcry. Maybe we can get some tasty treats out of him in return. Come on, let's go to Star Snatch Cliff.
You know, it's crazy. And I'm just doing this for the heck of it. I do not want to help you, Pallet. Screw you. Remember how difficult this guy was back at the beginning? Wait, he's not even here. He's not here. Oh, that means this is probably part of the story quest. But do you remember how difficult the one guy was over here, the one ruin guard? Those were the times. Yeah, I have a feeling he's not there because we're probably going to end up going over there for part of this quest. It's the only reason why NPCs and normal enemies don't show up in areas. Venti! It's Venti! Oh. Okay.
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Nodcry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages!
Venti, do not act like you do not know the doctor. You know the doctor. Do not act dumb.
So, I'm guessing the wild hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier of Solnari?
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka
No,
must
but
be
literally.
the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside.
That's why it's not there.
Who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got?
Now, who is this twink?
Whoa, bring it on!
like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varka said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti? I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
Oh! So you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
I mean, stranger things have happened. Huh? That's a joke. If you get the joke, you get the joke. If you don't get the joke, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair? You must be the honorary knight, and Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nodcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with... Sir Writes-A-Lot.
Like, this is what I think is funny. The fact that Varka is friends with Alice, and Alice gave him the dodo phone. Why could he not leave the dodo communicator, leave one in Mondstadt, and keep the other with him, and whenever he has to send a letter, instead of sending a letter, he just calls? That would make so much more sense.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes-A-Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are, to use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, ruin guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time... I'll need some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas. Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me?
We sure are, my guy.
Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Now we know about it.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted. Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return!
The plan is, I should clarify right now.
Without the ray here of Sonari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
So right now I should clarify. When it comes to making polls, we are doing Varka polls at the end of the stream. I am 10 polls away from hitting pity on the limited banner, which means we're getting a 5-star. And one of two things will happen. And I'm only going to do a single 10 poll, because we're going to get him. We're going to get, well, if not him, we're going to get a 5-star character. If we do not get Varka tonight, what will happen is, I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, he is going to become a standard banner character, meaning we will get him when we lose our 50-50 at some point. After that, I'm going to go pull for the weapons banner. I am 25 polls away on the weapons banner from getting a weapon. And I'm pretty sure the last time I pulled on the weapons banner, I lost the 50-50. So, I'm due to get a good weapon. Now, one of two weapons will come home, and I will be okay with both. One will be Varka's weapon, or one will be Flynn's weapon. I have Flynn's. I would love to get his weapon, so if I get his weapon, that's fine. I'm not going to complain. Because I already have an extra copy of the Wolfs Gravestone to give to Varka when he eventually does come home, whether it be tonight or another time. So, no matter what happens tonight, my polls will be successful. I don't have a lot saved, but we have enough to do a couple 10 polls. I think at least 2, so it'll be worth it.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster!
We meet again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by...
Boreas. Huh?
Injustice, corruption, iniquity. Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever?
What is this?
Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight. That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes a Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean? Oh, yes. That's our Grand Master for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
It is so nice hearing everyone's voices back. Really, though.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
Oh. Rosa K, you will always be famous. You will always be famous. One of my favorite Genshin ships. Love it.
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these other 2 as well!
I have a feeling those letters
Oh,
are
that
for
would be a great
Rosaria
help,
and
thank you.
Razor.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
I'll say this. I kind of enjoy it. I like his English voice. I have not heard his Japanese voice yet. I will at some point, but we play English for streams. I don't mind it. It's not terrible. I think the actor's having a lot of fun with the role. He's been given a lot of liberties with the role as well, so I'm enjoying it. Oh no, I went to the wrong place.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition. So, Honorary Knight, if you have the time, do you think you could help me out with my special training?
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
Hello, Pickle.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one. On another note, have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once Varka returns.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Is there no one else in the library? Okay. Can we still go? Are we still blocked? Oh no, I forgot. Yeah, we can go upstairs now. Because guess what? Albedo's office. I like that we still have access to it. Huh? Oh, when are we gonna get access to this?
Hello. May the Animal Archon protect you.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the Angel Share.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely home.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Uncle Varka's coming home? Yay! I can't wait to go outside and play with him!
Aw, Clee.
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Varka's coming back. The situation in Notcry is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor. And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land.
So, we know there are the four winds of Mondstadt. There's the winds of the north, south, east, and west. And we know that each of those winds has an animal that is tied with it. I'm trying to pull it up so I can remember. Okay. In Genshin, Boreas is the Wolf of the North and one of Mondstadt's four winds, essentially. He's the Wolf of the North. I'm trying to remember. I'm pulling it up so I can actually know what I'm talking about. Okay, we have the four winds. The Wolf of the North, the Lion of the South, the Dragon of the East, the Falcon of the West. Vanessa, if you remember who Vanessa is, congratulations. Vanessa was the Falcon. Jean is the current Lion. I don't know if there is a dragon other than like Venti being like the bridge between Dvalin and the humans, but I believe the current Falcon is Diluc, if I'm remembering correctly. So obviously there's a knight for each. And obviously whenever we go and fight Dvalin, with the people in our party, not counting Paimon, we each represented one of those winds. So obviously we know Varka is the Knight of Boreas and the wolf, and he's a representative of the Wolf of the North. We know that Jean is the Dandelion or Lion Fang Knight, and she is representative of the Lion of the South. And the Falcon of the West, we don't know who the current title is, who currently has the title. And Vanessa, that's why some people think either, I don't think Vanessa is alive, or if she is, she's up in Celestia somewhere. So I think Diluc is the current representative of the Falcon of the West. So, and then of course the Dragon of the East is just Dvalin, so there is no knight for the Dragon of the East. Maybe I feel like those will be characters we get at some point. Either we will get an official knight to represent the Falcon of the West, and then at some point, because it says like in the game that the entire Knights of Favonius are the Falcon of the West, but I feel like we're going to get an actual playable character that is the Falcon of the West, and then we will eventually also get an actual character that is the Dragon of the East. They wouldn't make those titles unless they were going to be actual like knights to represent those titles at some point. So I still kind of hold the Delulu hope that we'll get a playable version of Vanessa at some point, thanks to some convoluted nonsense, but we'll see.
This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry, although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varka wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time.
Also, because we have actual physical entities that are also weekly bosses that we can fight, that are the representations of the Wolf of the North and the Dragon of the East, I think we should get boss-like entities to fight for the other two. We should get a lion boss and we should get a falcon boss. I don't think I'm crazy for wanting that. We should get playable knights for each of those roles as well, and playable bosses. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
And as it turns out, the Calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions. Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
Remember how he said that he had a secret money stash? We have to wait until Jean leaves, because it's here. I know it's here. We have to wait till Jean leaves. Oh, I forgot about that.
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh?
Todoko.
Hey there, Klee!
This honorary knight, Paimon!
I think this is a different quest.
Needs help. Mom said you were coming, but I didn't know it'd be so soon.
Dodoko needs help? Oh, for Pete's sake! Is that the task?
What? No, for Klee's sake. And for Dodoko, too.
No, Paimon knows that. She was asking about the task. You know what that is, right? It's like a...
Yeah, this is for the Hex and Circle Tales.
Yeah. Something that needs doing.
Oh, so like when I go blast fishing with Jumpy Dumpty?
No. A task isn't just something you want to do.
I'm confused.
Ugh. It's like when your mom tells you to do something. That's a task.
Oh, thanks, Paimon. That kind of makes more sense, although not really. Anyway, let's go help Dodoko now.
How about not? We have other stuff to do.
What kind of help does Dodoko need?
Oh, right. Well, every Dodoko's gotta find a red 4-leaf clover to become a super special Dodoko. Then, Dodoco needs to become friends with lots of people and can make it through the Dodo King's trial. Once that's done, she can then become a super awesome Dodo Sorcerer! That's what Mom said anyway.
Huh. A Dodo King being in charge of a Dodo Sorcerer. Makes sense, actually. But specifically, what do we need to do?
No idea. But Mom said that you two would tell me.
Right. Well, let's have a look at this book then.
Oh, there's a note inside it.
Huh. Let's see what it says. At the first stage of the trial, Dodoco arrived in a forest of whispering leaves. There, past layer upon layer of hurdles, a secret lay buried, waiting to be uncovered. Seems like part of a story about Dodoco.
Oh, I know where that forest is. It's where I go to blast... where I go to play a lot. Come on, everyone.
Close call, please.
All right, let's go!
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
The way I knew he was meeting with Rosaria. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Sean, it is so good to have you back as D-Luke. Literally, like, I will still stand by Sean being one of the best English dub performances in Genshin. He still is, I stand by it. It is so great having him back.
Kaya! Rosaria! D-Luke! I knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
Also, again, Kaya and Rosaria never dodging the Jesse and James allegations, because down to the way that their actors have been directed for these roles, it just sounds like Jesse and James.
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
That's definitely for D-Luke. Definitely. I think, even though it says that, oh, all the Knights of Favonius are the Falcon, I think D-Luke was going to be the Falcon, and I think he still could. I stand by that as well.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
Yes, he is.
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you'd feel like that about your surrogate dad.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Clock it, Paimon.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then. But my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said, but don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh? Traveler?
Ladies first.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
It's no trouble. Roland did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka lying in his letters then?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual. Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait. And then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago. Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself. But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight. But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland. That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
Ooh, scary.
What's going on here? Was both of them always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt! What are they doing here? Watch out!
Behold! You dare to gaze upon me?
For Rex Lapis! Access denied. Next time.
I will have order. The wind rises. Cry louder.
No touching. Access denied.
Solidify.
All hail.
Stabilize.
Born of ice and frost.
Squall and fury.
Obeys order.
Behold! Gather!
Access denied. No touch.
Squall and Fury!
Oh, are you alright? Oh no, what now? It better not be more wild hunt monsters!
Blowin'.
You scared Paimon stiff! She thought you were...
Stop right there. Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh? Huh? Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh! She didn't even realize she was taking one!
You may dispense with your suspicions. The wolf pack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land. And our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. Ah, a familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now. Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight. We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the wild hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andrias' soul. The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
even more confused. How can you be in two places at once?
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andrius, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Tone Deaf Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself.
Venti, you are not at all remotely slick. You're not slick at all. You are so glaringly obvious. It's hilarious. But, I saw a theory online, and I am 100% behind this theory on who the next Knight of Boreas is, because Varka is training his successor, and I think it's going to be Noelle. I don't think it's Razor. I don't think it's Diluc. I think genuinely it is Noelle.
Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn's starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The knight asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andrius has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But We followed Boreas's trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Nodcry has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the East Wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger? I
believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
All aboard. All aboard the Nodcry station. The Dvalin 101 will be here shortly.
Alright. Wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will be safe.
Razor, give me your iron claw. Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas.
The fact we're holding that claymore with one hand is kind of funny.
It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. But I shall leave this for him to explain. The Great Wolf King of the North remains strong for now. Besides, do I not have the protection of my Lupus?
I will protect Lupakal. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. The root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrius, Dominator of Wolves and God of the North Wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the God of Storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim. Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first Knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. 500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest Knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you... The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andrius is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self, even if Lupus Boreas did not intend for that to happen. That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. It is his way of blessing his human Lupakal with the wolf spirit's protection. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade.
Anyway, folks, here's Wonderwall.
As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us, will you? Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. All right, over to you, Dvalin.
I knew it.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
Alright! Hey, wait! How are we getting down?
Hope we didn't die.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too!
we're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leaders
There's not
have
much
to
they
make a
can do
decision
using
soon.
dull blade.
Or flight. What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solnari. But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry. Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North look-alike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him. True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul. Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
Yehoda!
He's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Good to see you again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass on a message. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon Scions. Apparently, there haven't been any changes to that space the Rahir of Solnari's in.
That means the recent Wild Hunt attacks have nothing to do with Rerir, right? Whew, that's a relief. Paimon doesn't fancy facing him again.
They're keeping a close watch on it just in case. With so many moon experts on the case, we're in pretty safe hands, huh? Oh yeah, Lauma and Columbina asked me to pass on a message too. Focus on the enemy you are facing. The moon will protect you all. Huh, you know something? These Knights of Favonius are paying me a pretty nice sum to deliver a few simple messages. Oh, Varka's a generous guy.
Oh, Flynn's is here.
Short distance propulsion module on cooldown. 15 minutes until next departure. Switching to chat mode. Hello there, Paimon, Traveler.
Also, so we're almost 30 minutes till the end of the stream, so we'll probably play until about 5:45, 5:50, and then we'll do polls.
Varka placed a sizable order with the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. Ino is hard at work producing the strategic reserve, while I am handling the deliveries. Secondly, I am also here to attend the meeting in her place.
I will say I do also like that there are these here. I can't remember the name of them. Oh, hold on. I can pull it up. I do not remember the name of those flowers. Okay. Wind-wheeled asters. I do like that there are wind-wheel asters all over here in pots.
Huh? Flint! Paimon thought the Lightkeeper's rep would be Itlua or Nikita.
You're quite right. However, Itlua and Nikita are both busy organizing the Ratniki's region-wide response to the recent attacks. And since I'm well acquainted with everyone else here, I was the one they recommended to attend the meeting. Sometimes you don't get a choice when there might be consequences down the line.
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Oh, Beto and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here? Great. While we're waiting, could you update me on the situation in Mondstadt? And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rere resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Barir's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andreas as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In Natlan, the passing of the Pyro-Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help. Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, He made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andrea spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andrias' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andrias' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nodcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency. Not just the wild hunt in the Abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection, but I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it can possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the Wolf Spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the 3rd fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location. The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need need me here for? Wait. I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it, though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway, right?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the wild hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second Wolf Spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with Fragment 3, be sure to give me an update. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy. All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Okay, so technically speaking, I don't think we should continue because we will get stuck if we continue. Mainly because, like I said, if we continue, we're gonna get stuck in most likely a cutscene that will take too long. We are at about 5:38. I normally will end the stream at about 20 minutes. What we might do is just kind of try to call some stuff early. I don't want to, but we kind of need to, or else we are going to get stuck and not be able to, you know, proceed, technically. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and see if I can, like, redeem some stuff at this specific area to use for, our polls. Oh, okay, never mind. No, that is a story quest. We are not doing that right now. We are gonna go back to Mondstadt. Back over here.
Behold!
Oh my god, there's more wolves over here now! It's not just the... Oh my god, I never noticed. It's not just the, those guys from Inazuma. It's also actual wolves. Aww. Are they? Okay, they're actually hunting it. Okay. Oh my god! I did not realize how many wolves there are over here now. Holy crap! There are so many wolves here now. Actually, they really haven't been over here in a minute. Oh my god! There are so many wolves. No complaints. I love it. But it was just like, oh my god, I used to be able to just, like, run straight over here. Now I can't, because I know that if I interact with those wolves, it will actually, like, sometimes it can lead to aggro, and I don't want to do that. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't want to get too close and risk it. Look, there's more. Oh, there. Oh, wait, oh, so those birds. Those are birds. I thought those were wolves for a second. Those are birds. I know there are wolves over here, though. But that's not why we're here. We're here. What did I just do?
Hey, isn't that Razor over there with...
Oh, no, it's that stupid crap. No!
Wonder what they're talking about.
I don't want to do that right now. Thank you. Okay. We're not... So, we're gonna fight Boreas real fast. I'm gonna switch my team. Actually... Yeah, we're gonna switch the team. Just make it easier on ourselves. I wish I could skip this, but I cannot. Okay.
Solidify.
Transfixed.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
Orders guide you. Gather.
There is no escape.
Transfixed.
Stabilize.
Overruled.
Inazuma shines eternal.
All right. Here we go. First off, actually, let's do this real fast. Okay. We're gonna have to do 110 pull and then do some single pulls, but that's okay. That's okay. Actually, how are we at here? Okay, 8. Okay. There it is. I told ya. I literally told you. We were 110 pull away from 5-star. Now, will we get Varka? Or will we get someone else? Let's find out. Okay, we got a Lion's Roar.
Allow me to introduce myself again, though you're probably bored of hearing it by now. I am Varka, Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
I know exactly
Mondstadt's
who you
Knight
are.
of Boreas. I'm here to fulfill the Favonian pledge. I swear by my sword you shall not fall while I stand.
I was so nervous about not winning my 50-50. Thank God we won our 50-50. Also, I love how the animo wind in the background looks like a wolf. Like, they really cooked with this splash art. All right. There we go. He's home. Woo! Woo! Okay. Now, we got him. So, obviously, single pulls on this banner, because as you can see, I will show you. Uh-huh. Yeah, it keeps going. That's 50 pulls. That is 63 pulls. And it's 90 to get to pity. So we are, I'm pretty sure soft pity on the weapons banner. I don't even know if there really is soft pity, but I would assume between 80 and 90. So right now we're at about 27 pulls. So here's 7. Oh, yay. Oh, you know what that means. Thank you. you serious? And you know what? I'm not upset. I'm still not upset. I literally said this at the beginning of the stream. No matter which weapon I got, I would be happy. Because guess what? I needed this stupid polearm anyways. Flynn's be freaking grateful. I got your stupid spear. And I say that with all love. I'm not upset, actually. I am genuinely not upset. I have been upset by weapon. If it had been the Jade Spear, again, I've gotten that stupid one like 9 times. If it had been that one, I would have been upset. It's not, so I'm not upset. Because guess what? I needed this. On the bright side, again, we still have 12 days. I don't think we're gonna get 80 pulls in 12 days. I'm just gonna do the last few pulls I have on here anyways. Oh my god, I just realized I accidentally purchased one of those instead. Oops. Okay, we're gonna do the last 5 pulls we have on here anyways and see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see. Please be a character. Heck yeah! Guess what that means? One last pull! Let's go, gamers! Wait. Oh my god, I totally forgot I still had to get these. Ah! We are gonna save these until we have at least a few 10 pulls. I have one right now. We're gonna wait until we get a few more before. I still have 2 I can get from Iluga, and is it Iluga or Iluga? I don't remember. I'll look up how to pronounce it. Okay, Iluga. We'll say Iluga. No, it's Ilua. It's Ilua. Iluga. Ilua. I can't say it. Ilua. I still have a few from him. So, and now we have 3 we're gonna get from him. So that's 5 more. Once we have 30, no. I'm gonna say, hold on. How long until I hit pity again on the standard banner? It's gonna, oh yeah, no. I think it's the same for the regular banner. It's at least 60 pulls. So yeah, we're gonna wait until we have at least 50 to 60 on there. It's gonna take a while, but we're gonna wait. All right. First things first, Flint. Oh my gosh. Oh, happy day, my boy. Guess what? You don't have to carry this stupid, ugly, green garbage anymore. I say with love. You can see how many times I've gotten this. I've gotten this stupid spear 9 times. Not 9 times. 8 times. 8 times. I hate that spear. Trust. Are you happy now, my son? You now have a good weapon. And let's enhance it for you. I wish we got stuff for, like, ascending weapons. Don't ask why I have so much of these. Okay. There we go. Are you happy now, my son? Yay. Alright. And now for the fun part. Varka. He's home! We got him! And let's get rid of this ugly garbage and get you something nice. Wait, what was that down there? Oh, I don't care. Okay, let's get you something. Oh my goodness. Look how much better that looks. Oh, I totally need to enhance this. Hold on. Oh, fudge. I need those. Okay. Either way. Look how much nicer that looks. Actually, hold on. Yeah, no. I don't want to buy those. Wait. Yeah, I'd have to get them from the gift shop, and I don't want to spend on that. That's dumb. No, I'm not spending that on that. We have 10 minutes. We can go do this real fast. That'll get us enough to ascend it. That's fine. Okay. Let's get this done fast. Ascend his weapon a little bit more.
Shine down! This is where you fall. Transfixed! Torn to oblivion!
This is order.
Everlasting as the moon! Laid bare.
Solidify.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Can't run from death.
Told ya. There we go. Let's do it one more time.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
I will have order.
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
That was even faster than the time before. We'll do one more and then, like, do some... Yeah, we'll do one more.
Overruled. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Crumble. Order guide you.
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare. Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah, that should be good enough for now. That should be good enough. Okay. First things first, we gotta go add Varka to the dailies party. Yay, Varka! Let's go! Woo, Varka!
Which way will Boreas blow today?
Okay. Doing this just for this. Okay. Characters. Boom. Oh? Oh yeah, there's the weapon skin. Nice. We're gonna get that for him as well, but like... Ew. Oh, I forgot. Did I not replace the weapon? Oh my god, I didn't. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let's fix this. Switch. Ascend. Ascend. Okay, that's enough for now. And now, of course, we must level him up. give me free wish. He is so tall. Look at that. Holy crap. Sir, you are unreasonably large. Alright. First off, like, what is... Look at him. He's so tall. Look at that. Look at... Listen to him clomp, 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 clomp. Oh, crap. I messed up. I should not have done that.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Hey there, Catherine!
Oh, not this.
What a coincidence! All
I don't
things in
care.
This universe must plunge into darkness.
I don't care, 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 I do not 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 care.
In any case,
Hold on.
I'm skipping. Let me skip. Let me skip. I didn't want to interact with this. Why did I do this? God.
Let's head to the...
It's for the Hex and Circle crap. I already know what it is. No. See, I was right. It's that. I don't want to do that right now. We were in the middle of something else. Thank you. So, you know what? We're just going to go to the Nod Cry Adventurers Guild then. Because this is annoying. Like, come on. See? So much nicer. So much easier. Is that ready? Wait, is that ready? Oh, no. Okay, it's got 2 more days. Alright. Hello, Catherine.
Ad Astra.
Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to do. Clomp, clomp, clomp. Big old clompers. Okay. I was gonna do this, because I need some of these.
The first knightly virtue is humility. Only by letting go of your ego and being willing to learn can you grow.
Oh, he's adorable. Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to farm wolf hooks again! I hate this. Whatever. Okay, first off, let's add you to the training guide. I was gonna train with somebody else, but, I mean, I already know what you need, so we're taking you off. Let's add you. Yeah, we'll leave you on there. So, I'll explain before I end the stream. So, I got this in my head months ago, I think like 6 months ago, before Nod Cry dropped. So Zhang Li's Japanese VA, I do not remember his name off the top of my head, but I follow him on Twitter. So he has every single character in Genshin at level 90 with semi-competent artifacts. I cannot say the same for the weapons, but I know they're all at level 90. So I want to have all my characters at level 90 with, you know, semi-competent artifacts. Not like great artifacts, but if I needed to bring them in for a battle, I could, and they wouldn't just die immediately. So as of right now, including Ilua and Varka, I have 7 characters. No. That's 5. 9 characters who are not at level 90. Out of all of the characters, which is a lot. It's over 100 at this point. So, yeah. Alright. Okay, give me that wish. Give me the free wish. Thank you. And I know that he's still got some, but... Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna go convert. Do I have enough to convert 5 of those? I have 1. No. Okay. I just need... I need that. So we'll use this one. I'll use that one. Yeah, I don't need a Dendro one right now. Was that not enough? Oh my god, I am 1 short. Sweet Christmas. Oh. Thank you. Free wish for me. Alright, guys. That's about it for tonight. Real quick before we continue. As you can see, we have 13 standard banner wishes. We're trying to get to at least 40 or 50 before we pull on this again. So 13 down. 37 to go. Because I want to get to 50, ideally. So 37 to go. We'll see how long that takes. And as you can tell, we obviously did not get it. We are going to try. We are going to try. I'm not super confident we'll get it. But we're going to try. And like I said, even if we don't... Oh, wait, we have another wish. Nice. Okay. Because we also still have these. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get them right now. We're going to try to get them, though. Either way. The point is...
Sure feels good to get away from my desk. Now, where's a good spot for a nap?
He is such an old man. It is hilarious. Okay. Either way, we got Varka. We got Varka. That's all that matters. We got the tall man. We got the tall old man. We got him. He's home. Oh my, are you gonna oh my god, he's drinking. He's hilarious. Alright. Thank you everybody for stopping by. We will try our darndest. So next week, so we have 12 days left. It's Wednesday. So next Saturday, we'll stream Genshin again. And next Saturday, it's going to be a long stream. I'm already planning for it. We are going to play the rest of his story quest. We're probably going to have to do 2 streams for Genshin next week. So next Friday, we're going to finish Varka's story quest. And then next Saturday, we are going to do all of Windbloom. We're going to have to. Because I really want to get through that story quest. So next week actually just might be all Genshin. We might just do Genshin every day next week. We might have to do a whole week of Genshin if we want to get through all of this. Which is probably going to be the plan, because we're going to probably need at least 6 to 8 hours. So that's what we're going to do. So next week will be all Genshin. We're going to be streaming Little Goody Two Shoes again this Friday, and we're going to be streaming Baldur's Gate on Saturday because we haven't played Baldur's Gate in a minute, and we need to catch up. We need to finish that playthrough. So, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you so much if you stopped by and watched the VOD. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Good night.